Oh, hello. What am I doing? I am listening to this really chill beat called Coffee Shop Lo-Fi Hip Hop. This is part of the lo-fi genre and is something new that you could be using in the classroom. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that means you're totally missing out. And I don't want you to miss out. So let's talk about it in the Teacher's Lounge. We constantly see our students in this state, listening to something. And I'm sure I have teachers out there that are like, oh my goodness, I hope they're listening to the latest NPR episodes. That's going to make for a great classroom discussion tomorrow. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, they're not. Nope, sorry. They are listening to one of the top 5 most popular genres of music amongst teens and preteens. That is pop, rock, hip hop, rap, and EDM. Yep. 9 times out of 10, your students are listening to one of those categories. So let's talk about lo-fi and how we can encourage this genre of music in our students' rotation. Or we can use it in our classroom to support students and give them a more relaxed and calm way to learn. You see, it can also help you as well as an educator. So what is this lo-fi I bring upon you today? Well, lo-fi is a unique genre of music with an acoustic element that creates an internal warmth and calming that sets the mood of peace. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? It's a simmering down tempo that gets you focused. Now, that's what we need, right? You have different categories of lo-fi. It is hip hop, jazz, and classical. Nice. Well, let me give you this little disclaimer. I am not a lo-fi expert at all, okay? But I am here to bring the benefits of this sound into the classroom. As a matter of fact, we're going to say only approximately 40% of your students have ever even heard of it. So what does that mean for you teachers? Room for growth. Okay. So this genre of music has been around for a while, but it became very popular during the pandemic of 2020. Why? Well, because if you can remember, the pandemic had everybody all over the place. You turn on the news, you see negativity. You go to social media, you see negativity. You didn't know what you could do. It was just people all over the place not knowing, and we needed to find a new norm, a new sense of peace. And a lot of us went to music to find that. And lo-fi became very popular during that time. As a matter of fact, there are things called lo-fi beats during quarantine, help you to stay indoors. That's on YouTube. Check it out. You might like it. So we can use this tool in the classroom and suggest it to our students who deal with a lot of anxiety and stress related issues. This is going to help them to get a new calm and sense of peace. I love that part. You can also use it personally as an educator to get yourself together before your students enter into your classroom or while they're entering into your classroom, and you can have it on your playlist. Let's talk about you first as an educator and how lo-fi can benefit you. So I'm gonna just take you through a story. Teacher, day in a morning of a teacher. They wake up, get ready for work, get their kids ready for work, and off they go. They're in their car and they are on their way to school, and they're thinking about the 100 things that they need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, sis, you're only gonna get 3 done today. But they make it to school, right? They make it to school and then they're rushed off to morning bus duty. They gotta get there on time. You know why? Because they checking for you. You better get there. You get done with bus duty, you run back to your classroom, and you know those students got 10 minutes before they're at your door ready to learn. You a hot mess because you had just too much going on this morning. So you pull out your phone, Open up your playlist and you push play and you got your lo-fi beats together and you are ready for the day. You're gonna have a great one. That's the power of lo-fi. Schools can also use this as their morning playlist, especially that lo-fi hip hop. Those beats are king. I love them. I have witnessed walking into a school at 8 o'clock in the morning and they are listening to some hip hop music, instrumental, of course. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? I know we want our kids to be turned up for classroom discussion, but at 8 o'clock in the morning, we got to ease them into something like that. We don't want them to be up already lock, popping, dropping, okay? So that's not what we want, right? We need to find a new way and switch it up and set the mood that will allow them to be less stressed and be their best self. You see, students have a lot of stress when they're at home and at school. They're thinking about a lot of things, guys. They're thinking about goals. They're thinking about graduation. They're thinking about homework. They're thinking about grades. They're thinking about money. All of these things are going in their mind. Oh, and they're also thinking about Miss Baker because Miss Baker called their mama that morning as well and told them about that 59 they got on that test. Ooh, now we really stress. Now what happens when students are stressed? This causes them to lack in productivity at school and at home. And sometimes kids can just be so overwhelmed that the best thing for them to do is just sit there and do nothing. That's a whole nother show. We'll talk about it. So this chill beat can be used to study or work. And it's a little something that can also improve your teaching game. When my students found out that I was listening to lo-fi, the very few students that knew about it, they tried me. They were like, Miss Thompson, what you know about that lo-fi beat? I said, what? I've been listening to lo-fi before you were even born, even though I had just started listening to it the day before, but they don't need to know all of that. Sometimes it's cool to be cool, right? So you want something that's going to calm the students' nerves and get them ready for chapter 10, okay? And this is going to do it for them, right? Lo-fi beats studies have suggested that lo-fi beats are on an endless loop that helps create a relaxing effect. I'm relaxed, I'm relaxed, I'm relaxed, I'm relaxed while I'm reading my book. I'm relaxed while I'm taking my notes. And that's what we want, right? And so, have you ever listened to your students' playlists? I don't know if you should. Whew. Their playlist is all over the place, guys. Sometimes they rock, pop, and locking. Sometimes they ready for it. And I'm just like, how in the world are y'all thinking after listening to all that? That's a lot. Now, let's get something new in rotation that's going to keep their brain smooth and focused, keep the mood smooth and focused. And lo-fi is that genre of music that we can play. It's also similar to how we used to play classical music, but it's just a little different, right? Teachers, you can use this during study hall, advisement, homeroom, when students are working independently. This allows them to get focused and help them to be still. Let's just be in the moment, guys. We got to teach that. A lot of students don't know how to just be. All right. Also, I've seen schools that play music during lunchtime. That's a great idea. Okay. Most of the time it's classical music, but let's put lo-fi in the rotation and see how your students would enjoy that. Get them calm before they are eating. They need that. Okay. So how do you find the best options when it comes to lo-fi? Well, I thought you might not ever ask me that. Well, what kind of beats are you going for? Are you going for beats to study because they got a major test coming up? Are you going for beats to relax because y'all just came back in from recess? Are you going for beats to chill because they just got back in from that fire drill? Well, it's there. Just use YouTube to find it. As a matter of fact, there is something called LoFi Hip Hop Radio Stream Live. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm gonna put it in the show notes. But they have something 24 hours, 7 days a week, and it's really, really good. So take a risk, people. Add this to your playlist. Listen to a few. Find the best ones that's going to work for you. Switch it up. Offer this up as a tool for your students to use at home when they're studying. Get your parents to be lo-fi fans, right? Change it up. Enjoy it. It's there for you. I'm going to add some of my favorites and a little bit more about lo-fi in the show notes. I would love for you to comment and let me know how it's working out for you in the classroom. Also, subscribe to this channel. I'm Francesca Thompson. I'm here every single week to bring you something innovative for your education experience. I'm here to see educators around the world to thrive, and I'm going to provide you with the tools and resources to make sure you thrive. Thank you for joining me today in the Teacher's Lounge. I will see you next week. Hopefully you will love those lo-fi beats, people. Get into it. Have a good one.